Hello there. It's good to have you again on today's episode of Health and Environment Insights. I am Kemi Adeni. Today on the program, we'll be discussing how plastic pollution affects public health. And to join me today on this conversation, I have Dr. Oluwole Terebo. He is the Director, Pollution Control, Ondo State Environmental Protection Agency. Dr. Oluwole, it's good to have you here today.
I'm glad to be here.
Good to have you on the program. And so today we're going to be having a conversation around plastic pollution as it affects our health, generally. And so I'd like us to start this way. What exactly is plastic pollution? Breaking it down in the simplest form for us to understand.
Okay. Plastic pollution. Let me start by talking about plastic. Then I'll also simplify what pollution is. Plastic is made of there are three different types.
Okay.
And we have the first one, which is polyethylene. We have bisphenol and the polyvinyl chloride. These are three types that forms what is called plastic. And they have their different uses. Then the polyethylene, they are used in packaging, like the styrofoam and all of that.
Okay.
Use this one
packaging food.
Packaging foods.
Okay.
Then the other one is, they are the one that are used in the medicals and the automobiles. Making some of the products of automobiles and in the medical circle. Then the polyvinyl chloride, they are the ones that are used in buildings in our home, called PVC.
Okay.
So let's come back to pollution. Now, pollution literally means altering the environment. When you alter or you degrade the environment in any form, the air, the water, and the soil, then we see what is called pollution. Then coming back to plastic pollution now,
right.
Plastic pollution is the accumulation of plastics into this media, air, land, and water.
Now, how is plastic so?
The number of plastics that we generate that time is about 2 million tons.
Okay.
But
At that time?
At that time. But in a period of about 70 years later, we produce as much as 450 million tons of plastic. You can see the trajectory is so huge.
That's a lot.
And it is not unconnected to population explosion, but I think we should work to ensure that we minimize the production, we minimize the use, and we encourage or we discourage the use of one-time plastic, like the styrofoam that we use in parties.
Okay.
Because they are non-biodegradable. They don't break down.
I'd like you to really give us a better explanation, especially as regards the use of styrofoam. Because I know at some point the Lagos State government had to put a sanction on those food handlers that make use of them. Now, what health hazard do styrofoams constitute?
Of course, when this styrofoam gets their way to the streets, in a low-income communities, possibly they are burnt, indiscriminately open burning.
Okay.
You know what that means? It is not encouraging.
Yeah.
When you burn this styrofoam, it releases some chemicals into the air, like fine particulate matters, and they escape into the air, which alter the atmosphere, alter and give rise to ozone layer depletion, which is one of the global concerns today when we're talking about climate change.
Okay, now let's take plastic.
Then that is about burning.
Right.
Then when this styrofoam or any plastics gets into the water bodies, because when you throw it outside, it passes through the drainage system into the nearby lakes, into the nearby rivers, find itself into, at the end of the day, into the sea. What happens? You know, we have lives. When you drive around,
yes,
you discover that the plastics, you will find out that there have been great reduction in this, this indiscriminate disposal of these plastics.
Absolutely.
Because the Ministry of Environment, and as well in collaboration with this agency, Ondo State Environmental Protection Agency, we have partnered with some NGOs through the support of His Excellency Honorable Lucky Olunisola. We are really working on zero plastics. Picking plastic, you go to parties now, before you leave your seat, people already pick those plastics.
Because I know they recycle them.
Yeah. They already
so
is a source of income for some people. So
yes,
you have this that we can explore here. Is one, discouraging one-time use plastics like the styrofoam. Then again, you hardly find plastics around. Are recycled, are recovered, recycled, and used. So with that, plastic will not be. Plastic pollution will be a thing of the past in the States, and that is the level at which we are right now.
Now let's talk about the recycle, the recover, the recycle, and reuse. In what way? Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Health and Environment Insights on Osrc Television. And today on the program, we've been discussing plastic pollution as it affects public health. And to join me, and he's been joining me on the conversation before the break, Dr. Oluwole Terebo. He is the Director of Pollution Control, Ondo State Environmental Protection Agency. Doc, now before we went on break, we were talking about, tell us more about it.
In developed countries,
Yes.
when you return your plastics, you get some discounts. I think environment, ingested by these wildlife constitute pollutants. Even navigation within the aquatic environment very difficult, and all of this. If we are able to, get these plastics from the users, get them recycled, and it can be remolded into something else, that will be of benefit to the society.
I know that if plastic is recycled, it can be made into plastic bags, shopping bags.
Yeah.
Banquet where people sit, you can actually package food and give them to consume. And we're also aware that some people say it's actually not healthy to put such plastics in the microwave to warm your food. Now, give us a form of enlightenment in this regard, so we can have a healthier life.
All right. That's a very good question. I'm thinking, you see, the use of plastic should be discouraged. the plastic, at times you see the plastic we're talking about, some will even put it in microwaves, some will put, we have some chemicals. Like I told you the other time, I said polyethylene is a chemical, polypropylene is a chemical, polyvinyl chloride is also a chemical. All these things are different types of chemicals, are different types of chemical composition that are made of plastics. Stabilizers, so that they won't be easily degraded. You know, all of these are, you know, infused into these plastics. Are you what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you now this plastics, when you now, for instance, some people, when you microwave your food,
yes,
and at high temperature, when you subject these plastics